Andreas Gregoriou, General Secretary of AKEL in Britain. Thanks for joining us today. How do you assess the current state of the liberation movement and, in particular, the more recent developments in Turkey?
It's a very difficult period for the liberation movement, especially now. The aggression of the ruling class, let's say in Turkey, it's getting higher and higher, and that has to do because they are on a difficult position, and always because of that, the result is to be paid by normal people or people of around the area. It's very difficult, but that doesn't mean that we should stop fighting or we should stop hoping.
As you know, Turkey is on headlines again with other violation of human rights, the removal of parliamentary membership HDP MPs. HDP co-chair Selahattin Demirtas is still prison. Again, HDP members are still being arrested. Turkey has highest numbers of prison journalists and record number of human rights violation in Turkey. So, do you think Turkey is a democratic state?
We can we can't say that. We cannot make the statement that Turkey now is a democratic state. And for this, we should start by understanding what the more democratic forces inside Turkey are facing. How difficult is the past, because we see that with MPs, with women's journalists. I remember back then I was a high school student and I was making a study on the white cells in Turkey and the huge number of journalists that they were in prison. It's not, but being it's not, we have to face it as a state that where as internal powers are trying to liberate themselves too. The mistake that usually is be taken is to judge a country as a whole by its leadership. That's wrong. That's no. It's one thing the leadership of Turkey. It's another thing the Turkish people. That's why we have so many people in jails. Those people are people that are trying for a better society, for a better future. That's why they are ending up in jail without doing any crime.
As we know, AKEL and HDP is in good relations. What else needs to be get done to grow relations and strengthen the solidarity? What is your solidarity message to Kurdish freedom movement as well?
It's there are some things that for our approachment have a huge importance, and sometimes outsider they don't give them the attention that they need. It's the first thing that I believe that we can support each other. It's promoting our causes, our problem to each other's countries, to let people know, for example, what the Kurdish people are fighting for. People in Cyprus, if it wasn't for AKEL or other small organization, they wouldn't know what is happening with the Kurdish issue. The same thing, I believe, about the real approachment of the Cyprus problem in Turkey. If those democratic powers, the more progressive powers, didn't exist inside Turkey, that problem wouldn't be known. The pressure have been different. And the same level stands on an international level to spread out the word, to let people know. For example, I am working in London. Our party is working in London. It is important that we keep our relation close, that we help each other and support each other to promote, to spread out the word about what they are fighting for, what problem they are facing, what difficulties they are facing. This is one of, for me, the most important part. It's how you take courage, how you move on, how you make friends, how you find people that they will really support you, because the real support you will find it through the people, to the simple people. Those are the ones that are going to put on a political level, and that's how you will get the result. Message to the Kurdish: keep up, don't stop. Please, we understand that the situation nowadays is difficult, and it might get even more difficult. But the last thing, the last option that we should have on the table is make a step backward. We should stay there and keep fighting. both of us, Cyprus issue, Kurdish issue.
As you know, Mr. Abdullah Öcalan, Kurdish leader, Mr. Abdullah Öcalan is under isolation last 21 years now, and he is not allowed to meet his basic human rights. So what is Turkish state aimed by isolating Mr. Abdullah Öcalan, and does the Cypriot leftists support freedom for Öcalan?
If I was trying to judge just particularly the way that the Turkish state are behaving towards the Kurdish leader, I couldn't actually find excuses. Even if I was, I don't know, if I was trying to see it from their point of view, still I don't find any excuses. I believe that their behavior are making the Kurdish people loyalty and find even more to believe on the cause, more defined to fight for it. And I cannot see what they are gaining of it, like to have the Kurdish leader isolated. That's a message to all the Kurdish people to believe that cause. There is no other explanation. If their only solution now, we are talking about 2020, we are not talking about the 17th or 18th century. Like, to isolate and to actually get him in a way that they cannot communicate with anyone, that's a meaning to all the Kurdish people, that they have a right on their cause, they have a reason that they are fighting. In Cyprus, the left, it was clear from since I was a baby, I remember, with the issue and afterward with Ocalan. We are on a strange way, we have the same enemy or so. No, it doesn't have to do with that. They have the right on their side, because it's a dangerous path to follow that theory that the enemy, if we have a common enemy, then we are friends, and that's a reason. No, that's not it. That doesn't stand for AKEL. We support those that we support because we believe in their cause. We believe in their cause. We believe that they have right and they are fighting for a better future. And that's why we support the fight of Ocalan. That's why we support the fight of Kurdish people.
How do you comment on the attitude of European countries and international institutions on Turkey's occupation and invasion of Cyprus as well as Kurdistan?
On a general level, this is a big issue, especially nowadays in Cyprus. It's a big conflict between the opposition and the Cyprus government, because our criticism on a high level, not because something new happened. Our criticism on a high level because the government of Cyprus were building fake expectation to our people, believing that, oh, the European Union from one day to another will come and save you. No. We are the ones that were talking that only through dialogue and through negotiation the solution will come. The same stance on the sea problem, on the EZ, the same Cyprus issue. At the same time, you cannot be waiting that the European Union will come and resolve your problem, because you know that their interest is deep. They are not willing, and they will not go and put sanction on Turkey that they will really cost it, because that's their interest. That's their interest. Simple as that. The same stand with the Kurdish issue. We know that. And that's a disappointing point, but that's who European Union is. It's a union of the capital. We know that. And that's how we should face it, and at the same time push it on that level.
How do you comment on the attitude and aggression of Turkish state and Erdogan towards both Greek and Turkish Cypriots? Can you see similarities on these aggression against Kurds as well?
Very simple. It is once again the proof why we should be united. The way that the state, the Turkish state, are facing us is the same, because for them people that they are really fighting for the reunification of our line, they are the same problem with it for the Turkish state. We should stay united. We should continue fight together to our common struggle. The same way we address the Kurdish friend, that they should keep on and keep fighting, because that the same way that they treat them, they treat us, and that's why we should keep on and keep fighting.
Andreas Gregoriou, General Secretary of AKEL in Britain, thanks for joining us. Thanks for supporting our channel today.
I wish you all the best, and really know that we are by your side.
Thank you. Thank you.